I want to introduce a person I don't think needs much introduction. I think everyone knows Niki, uh, but I'm just going to read this bio. Niki was born and raised in Thompson. She graduated from R.D. Parker Collegiate, attended the Li Po Chun United World College of Hong Kong. She has a BA in Global Political Economy from the University of Manitoba and an MA in International Affairs from Carleton University. Niki taught at the University College of the North in Thompson as well as for Fox Lake Cree Nation in Gillum. Niki ran in the 2006 election. She was elected as MP for Churchill in 2008 and re-elected in 2011. She's a strong advocate for the northern issue, from job creation to housing to opportunities for Northern and Aboriginal youth. Niki is the Status of Women critic for the official opposition. She lives in Thompson with her husband Ryan. Can everyone please welcome our MP, Niki Ashton? Take it away.
Thanks so much, Oswald, and thank you very much to you, the members of the Chamber here in Thompson, for your invitation here today. It's a real pleasure. Danielle and June from my office have a chance to update me every week on the important deliberations that take place at your meetings, and there's no question that the work that you do as business owners, as members of the corporate community, members of the of different community organizations, from healthcare to housing, the role that you play and the role that the Chamber plays in our community is a critical one, not just for Thompson, but also for the entire North. And that's what I'd like to talk to you a bit about today, is our North today. As MP for Churchill, I have the honor of representing one of the most unique and most diverse regions in Canada. Over the past few weeks and months, I've once again had the opportunity to visit throughout our region. I have visited our resource-based urban communities, and I have visited remote communities by Winter Road. In fact, just yesterday, I had the chance to drive into Thicket Portage and Picotinay, and tomorrow, if the weather continues to be cold, we're going to be heading to York Landing and War Lake. Along the road, I have been reminded again of the tremendous diversity of our region. First Nations, Métis people from all over Canada and around the world who have made the North their home. People rooted in tradition and the land, one of the youngest populations in our entire country. I've been reminded again of the paradox, though, that exists in our region. We produce much of the wealth of this country, and yet throughout the region, we see that Northerners aren't fully benefiting from that same wealth. We see it in the uncertainty surrounding value-added jobs in communities such as Thompson. We see it in communities that lack the most basic infrastructure, like housing, like clean water and sewer services. We see it in third world living conditions that persist in northern communities across our region. What is clearest is the degree to which there is so much untapped potential in our North. I see it in the high rates of poverty and unemployment through the North. I see it in the resulting health and social issues that people struggle with every day. But I know, and so many of us in this room know, that throughout the North there is tremendous hope. Here in Thompson, discussions are continuing on value-added jobs at Valet. The new UCN campus is a shining symbol of hope for the future, based here in our own home community. And down the road in the PA, they're getting ready to open the state-of-the-art research library at the University College of the North campus. We see the province's initiative to expand the all-weather road network along the east side of Lake Winnipeg, as well as around our north as well. There are local examples of economic development. I have had the chance to visit in Barons River, where they've made their own housing construction project come alive, where local people have been trained as carpenters and as other tradespeople to be able to put together houses that the community so very needs. And the end result is that you have people living in these homes, people that have been on the margins of their own communities for too long. And I know that other communities are engaging in such housing initiatives as well. We also see the engagement of many people in the political process, and I believe that the Idle No More movement is an example of that, where we've seen so many young Northern and Aboriginal people have a say about the future of their communities and our region. What is most noticeable, though, in its degree, is the degree to which we see First Nations, Métis, municipal, and provincial initiatives really taking our region forward. Unfortunately, the federal government is most notable by its absence. This year's federal budget does relatively little to realize our potential here in the North. Even the infrastructure funding is less than in the past, and we know that we've benefited, and certainly partners in our communities have benefited from partnerships they've been able to engage in as a result of federal government investment in infrastructure. However, that is not certainly the commitment made in this budget leaves much to be desired. The federal government is talking about building a winter road to Nunavut, something that I support, and I know so many Northerners do. But unfortunately, the federal government is nowhere to be found when it comes to supporting the all-weather road network that is currently being built across our region. What we need is a national vision for Northern development. That vision must include our North. It should be based on investing in our infrastructure and, most importantly, in our people. It has to be based on ensuring that our North benefits more from the wealth from our area going forward. In many ways, that vision mirrors the vision that we ought to have for Canada as a whole. We have so much potential here in our region. We have so much potential across the country. But after all, this is our North, and this is our Canada. It's time to unlock our true potential, having all partners around the table, including the federal government. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions or engage with any comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Niki. So, questions?